I tried at the end of last year to buy books merchant fulfilled on Amazon and then send them back in FBA. It didn't go well. I used the software Zen Arbitrage, which was fine. It worked, but I was unable to find very many books worth flipping. And I probably bought around 40 to 50 books. So this was right before January, right before back to school, and I only sold one. That's right, one. It was atrocious. So apparently I'm really bad at that. And I definitely don't specialize in textbooks. I've sent in a lot of books that have to do with school or that are used in school, but not necessarily the textbooks, the ones that sell for a lot of money. I haven't sourced too many of those or sent too many of those in, and haven't sold that many, a handful. So that might be part of it. I might just not be very good at figuring out, which ones are good, which ones are bad, because of possibly there's other copies or there's a new copy that's going to come out. I'm not sure about the reason. And partially it might be pricing as well. Maybe I priced incorrectly, priced too high, and wasn't able to sell. Maybe if I had priced $20, $30 less for a lot of them, because I was pricing pretty high for a lot of them, over $50. Many of them in the $60 to $90 range. There was even one that was over $100. And I only sold one, which sold for $50, so that was good, made like $35. But I definitely spent probably a couple $100. So I went back and repriced all of those books. And the thing that blew my mind is the majority of them, the prices are really low. Now you're probably thinking, you're probably going to write a comment that, well, this is the summer and some of the prices are pretty low because school is out and a lot of people are pricing low to try to sell some of these books before school goes back in, and then the prices will go back up. Well, I looked at Camel on a lot of them, and it seems that they're just not, the sales history was not really there. So it doesn't seem like the prices might go up a little bit. I don't think that they're going to go through the roof or go to where I had them priced. So therefore, on probably half of them, I dropped the price at least to an amount where I could still make a profit off the book. So let's say in the $20 to $35 range. And then there was probably half of them where I priced it more in the $15 to $20 range, up to maybe $25. A good amount of them I priced below $20 just because there's just so many copies and a lot of the prices were super low. And August is around the corner, but based upon the information, it didn't seem like a lot of them were going to sell for the kind of money that I wanted for them when I bought them. It didn't go too well for me. I've heard that a fair amount of people are having some success with that, whether it's Zen Arbitrage or its other competitor, which I'm blanking on the name right now. But regardless, it didn't work for me. And the other reason why possibly it didn't work is because I don't like the idea of buying online and then sending it into Amazon, especially buying on Amazon and then sending it back in FBA. It's not interesting to me. It's not something that I, when I started this business, that I wanted to do. I didn't have an interest in buying stuff online and then just have it sent to my house and then just send it into Amazon, whether it's buying it on Amazon or buying it elsewhere. I don't like that. I like going out and sourcing the products. I like finding them. That's part of the fun. That's a big part of the fun. And that when you don't go out and find the books, and it feels like to me like the business, you're just making money off of very little effort, because going onto software and searching titles and all of that just is seems so boring. It is boring to me, not something that interests me or that I want to do for this business, because there's so many books out there in the world, thrift stores, at yard sales, at estate sales, at book sales, etc. There's just a lot of books out there. So there's a never-ending river of books. Online arbitrage for books for me, especially on Amazon, but really anywhere, is not the business model that I want to do. I understand people do it, and they do it to possibly supplement having to go out to thrift stores and whatnot instead of having to drive, and they don't have to leave their house, and that's perfectly fine if you enjoy that, and making money is making money, and that's great. But for me, I want to do this because I like to do it, and ultimately I make money at it, but I have to like the entire process. So That's my 2 cents. Didn't work out very well for me. I repriced all this stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to sell most of it between now and September-ish. Whatever's left, I'll just have to drop the prices to move the stuff out. I'm curious to know if you guys have used Zen Arbitrage or any of the other ones, and if you found success. It just wasn't for me, and I just prefer actually sourcing out there in the world instead of on my computer. But again, to each their own. Definitely a market for it. There are definitely people out there that want to do it, and that's great for them. You have to find what works for you, works for your schedule, works for your interest, your life. That's what you should do, and that's why FBA is great. You can do it online, you can do it offline. So there's options. As always, remember, keep booking.
When someone's tongue drumming on a drum, dum diddy dum diddy